Dear viewers, no, you do not need to adjust the brightness on your screen. That is just the very beginning of Aliens Fireteam Elite. And this is a channel update. And, as a channel update goes, thank you to my 49 subscribers. No, we didn't make it to 50 by the end of the year, but January 1st, we did roll over to 49. So, thank you to everyone who subscribed, and this video is definitely for those who have clicked the bell. So, for the rest of you, please like and subscribe, and if you're here because of Aliens Fireteam Elite, hi! Isn't it great this game is still going? This is a great book. I'll get more into that later. So, now, current status of the channel. Well, World of Tanks console has proven to be beneficial, definitely in the later half of last year. Thank you, Object 703. That was great. So again, thank you for that. We do need to talk about something unfortunate that happened in the real world and not in the game, but will have the potential to affect the channel in some way, shape, or form going forward. And that was the car accident I was in at the very end, just a few days away from the end of 2023. The Honda Odyssey was totaled. The crumple zones and airbags protected everyone in the inside, and I just ended up with a sprained ankle, and that was really the most severe thing. So, as we are still dealing with the fallout from that and letting the paperwork settle and arrive and doing all that, that bit of chaos will be deciding what happens going along. Stay up to date for that by liking, subscribing, etc. Now, that's the real world. Into the gaming side of this, I'm going to attempt to keep one video going a week. It will be World of Tanks console, still my bread and butter, but as I am doing Aliens Fireteam Elite here, getting it set up on the PS5, I've already played half the story mode on the PS4 way back in the day. I'm not sure how, but I really would like this to be a gaming channel and not just World of Tanks console focused. But it'll be there. It's still the bread and butter, like I said. The main thing that's holding me back is, well, I guess one half needing an office or a space to do this dedicated. Yay. I'll get to make some room in the basement. And what does that hold? Does that mean on camera and something appearing like a set? I don't know. Is anyone really interested in another husky, nearly middle-aged male pattern baldness host of a channel doing video game talk and stuff? Is anyone interested in that? I don't know. So one video a week. Expanding this is again about, it's the video card. I have a video card. I have a laptop that should allow me to do something. It's more about, as it stands right now, and why I don't do anything like that, it's just the cables. So many cables already. They haunt my dreams. They don't even try to strangle me. They don't try to hold me down. They just want to be organized. They just scream to be organized and not tangled. Oh, I can't take the cables. But wireless, subject to interference, replacement of batteries. Oh, too far away from the source, and now you have it's just a weak signal. Can never win sometimes. Can never win. But I would like to try to figure out how to feature more games. Yeah, I may have to beat up. No, I'm not beating you up, PS4. Power up and use the PS4. There's a whole bunch of games live because I have the PlayStation Plus, which this game was featured on. And go from there. Like I said, that kind of future definitely holds true to having a capture card, hours of recording, and then hours of editing. That is both a blessing and a curse of this, especially when you're a one-man band and have to do it all. So, do I look forward to that? Sort of. Do I have time for that? No. But we'll see. So, but because of the growth that this channel has seen, I am definitely inspired to keep going. It does suck that I feel like the algorithm is constantly needing to be appeased, keep pushing forward, etc. And you know how it is. Especially if you've watched enough videos or you're a content creator yourself. And if you are, thanks for stopping by. Now, oh dear, that's the end of my notes. Alright, we're freeballing it now. So, what games have I been thinking about? That's a long... Well, that library is long and extensive, but let's take a step back and talk about something that I haven't done in a long time, and I'm sort of... The Twitch streaming. Streaming in general is... It's still on the stove. It's definitely on the back burner. The back burner isn't even on. And it's mostly due to having the time and energy to stream. Because as I didn't want to at the beginning of all this, but have definitely been directed towards just a single video content creation, YouTube style, and that has been much more blessing because it has been a blessing because I don't have to be motivated to entertain when especially it's like I just play the game, something happens, or I create something happen so I can talk about it, and then the editing process, while tedious, I can at least do that when I don't feel like having guests over, having energy to entertain people, etc., etc. It's just one of those things of like having time, but also it's a skill. Streaming, being that kind of entertaining or evocative is, it takes work. I still feel like I need to keep that in my wheelhouse. I just, again, that is something, having a place where I have more control over the screen, the console, who comes and goes, still working in my living room, so that's also, again, hey, you want to see a husky boy in his basement? At least it's not his mom's basement. Yay. But, so, YouTube will still be my primary focus. I don't want to do... While World of Tanks console is going to be my focus, and I do want to do other video games, I really don't want to do more like competitive shooters, online, free-to-play stuff. That's sort of why I got back into Aliens Fireteam Elite. This game's been out a couple years, and just last year they actually had their first paid DLC. All the others were free. I honestly thought by now this game would be free to play to keep the lights on and keep it alive. And this game was what has been in the back of my mind about Destiny 2. Now, I haven't really mentioned anything about Destiny 2 because a lot of negative videos and negativity gets views. It's clickbait. It's great. Everyone likes to crap on very popular games. And before the layoffs, I stopped playing because an incident occurred in the second to last season of the year involving just the game itself. I got extremely burned out on it. My frustrations with the game have been escalating all year. Sometimes it's been mentioned in videos and whatnot, but what happened was I attempted for the first time to give Eris a tithing, and it was another one of Bungie's or Destiny 2's asinine modes where you have to do certain things, and then at some point I don't even know how to. I never completed it. That was the thing. Started a little before midnight. I jumped in to a match already in progress with two other players who have been, I don't know how long they'd been in trying to progress through the objection or the objective. Only after about 20 minutes, all I saw was the bar had progressed like halfway to, and the only thing kept popping up was objective failed. Like, what are we doing? I have a whole bunch of, I've got a couple big ties, I have small ties to give the heirs, and we're just jumping around shooting things, and the bar has stopped moving, and it was one of those things like, no clear direction. Another thing of just wasting my time and not feeling fulfilled with what I'm doing. It was one of those things of just, part of Destiny 2 forces you into a fire team, and then other parts it leaves you to solo play with varying degrees of difficulties and some difficulties like yeah, this would be better with a fire team. If you don't have friends, it was one of those things like, I want to jump into play, don't have time to take throughout the day to start organizing a play session with people all over my city, town, county, state, country, globe. Like, what am I supposed to be doing my lunch break? And yet here, Aliens Fire Team Elite always solve the problem. Right off the bat, boom, synths. Just give me bots. Give me a fire team of me and 2 bots. Are they great? No. But having that little bit of extra fire power going down range is better than flat out being overwhelmed by ads that seemed to be Destiny's jam. Just more ads, more enemies, a ton of low health enemies mixed with a whole bunch of orange bars and then a couple yellow. It's just trying to give that to Tithing the Heiress burned me out because, and I guess it was right at the beginning of the DDoS attack, because I got kicked out of the Destiny 2 server. And I was thankful for that. I was like, because I can't just quit this. I could get penalized for just bailing out on these other players. And got dropped, and I stopped. And then I actually put on a streamer on Twitch, Catbox Danny, bit of a guest on this channel, and it was one of those just listening to her and Diza Faye. They're playing Destiny 2, and I just, it's one of those moments where I know what you're saying. I understand the words for the most part, but I couldn't connect to it anymore. I was like, I've uninstalled Destiny 2. I still have my account. I never say never in wrestling and in video games. Will I come back to? I don't know. I'm still definitely eager to see what Marathon turns into. Although Bungie's hurting right now, the layoffs, the upper management shakeup. So we'll see. But literally, while all that crap was going on, I'm like, here's this little interesting sort of indie game
best advice I got,
in Aliens Fire Team Elite that has an interesting history. It's based on a book, which is, if I've listened to the audio version of it like twice, and every time I see the name Hanukkah, I just think Hanukkah, and it's one of those things that still makes me laugh about this game. And it's not perfect. No, it's still, like I said, they just had their first piece of paid DLC. They've been out for almost over a year. And that is what's so astounding to me, that was like, if this isn't free to play by at a certain point, it's not going to last, but it is. It's still kicking. And that was what's really impressed me. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I think it was. It's the book. Oh no, is it Into Charybdis? Yeah, I think it's Alien Into Charybdis. That's an okay book. But again, and this is, you have the story modes, you get through that, and then you have your overwhelming horde mode, and that's really just all it is. That was a brief thing for a moment. And then, of course, it's because of, there's the Predator online game. But between, I'm a low level burned out on World of Tanks console right now. So that's, I'm probably going to have its own dedicated video for that, because it's been my primary focus, and it's a new year, new priorities and prerogative on the game and personal life, like I said, car accident. So that's my view of the channel going forward. It could just, like, I realize I've only talking about baby steps here. In reality, it could just turn into more of the same. I know I should probably be setting my goals higher for proper motivation, but sometimes it's more of YouTube sometimes rewards more turn and burn than it does patience and well thought out planning. So that's where I am right now when it comes to tanks. I have no interest in expanding into any other tanks game, just for the record. And mostly because, like, I really want to get away from the pay to play, free to play. Just can I pay my $60 once or whatever and go from there? I've got the Resident Evil 4 remake for PS5 that I haven't touched. I have a whole bunch of games that I'd like to do something with and talk about. And there's more to me than just this, but I don't know how I want to address that with this channel. Because I sure would like to, grow the community, be more involved with communities of this vast world we have here, and make some pocket change. Sorry, I'm an American capitalist. Just emergency. I like to make some money. And maybe we can kick the backup power after we grab especially if it helps, buy stuff that can be used as content. These video games ain't cheap, and my God, if we, the way the owner of Rockstar is talking, it's like, can we not have that mentality going forward there, Mr. I'm not that greedy, okay? Yeah, the whole mentality of, maybe we should start having the player pay for every hour they play. No. But that's for another time. Now, I'm just going to upload the rest of this. In case you haven't seen what Aliens Fireteam Elite is like, just so you get a general feel. This is just the first level. Like I said, this is just a whole new beginning, whole new character. I'm a Lancer because, I want the smart gun. There's a whole bunch of different classes. Actually, if you there's a bunch of different classes, but it's very similar to a standard RPG formula. So it's swap out the swords and magic for guns and different forms of firepower. So I did have to stop myself from saying you're space wizards with guns. The Destiny 2, I put years into that game, and it's so seeing as this is not a tanks ad, sorry. Whoops, that slipped out. Oh, you know how it's calling back to how I feel about making content for World of Tanks console, World of Tanks, and it seems to be more of advertising for the game than it is actually. Well, some branches of wargaming do advertise, but anyway, I'm digressing here. I'm trying to wrap this up. So if you have any questions about what are your impressions, thoughts on this channel and the future, etc. for it. Maybe suggestions down below in the comments. Greatly appreciate it. Share the video if you can. You don't have to. This is more for the current subscribers. And yeah, I'll catch you next one. I'm hoping to get another tanks video out. I don't know about this week. This week's almost over. But early next week, it's more about deciding on what. Do I want to start off controversial, questioning, or helpful? That's kind of like where the 3 videos I have right now are. So, with that said, yeah, gee, I guess now that I'm not really doing streaming, and this isn't a tanks video, I guess I'll just try to say, hey, we're in this together, and I'm pulling for you. It's Momentary Genius, signing off.
Cut it out. But why? Door's welded shut. Sloppy work. Guess Honecker went this way.
I'll cut. Listen.
What the hell's that? Hey, I got an idea how to track down Honecker. Searching this whole barge would take too long.
Grabbing ammo.
Hold that thought. Incoming.
This is the wood.
I don't recognize this morph. The exits are sealed. By Honecker, probably. Release the locks.
Patching up. Rearm.
Anyway, I'm thinking we can track the doctor using station logs. There's a data line just starboard of your position. Transfer rolling. Stay on the big pile. Hold the room. I'll get Esther analyzing that. She's our battalion synthetic. Keep moving aft.
Port station ready.
Grabbing ammo.
Never seen so much acid in one bug. Where did these come from? While Lester reviews the data, you can get the power up. Dynamo room's just ahead.
Ambush.
Spinning this up is gonna make noise, vibration, heat. Whatever bugs key off, they'll catch it. Be ready for a fight when you switch on.
Grabbing ammo.
This thing's been idle a long while. It's gonna take time to... Movement!
Grabbing ammo.
Dynamo just finished injecting lubricant. H2 feeds just connected. Getting there.
Patching up. I got
got you.
Big damn signal here. Just about to give power to the mains.
Station ready.
Nice. We'll send a follow-up engineering team to get that mess fixed proper. Keep heading aft toward the core.
Aid kit's here.
Rearming. Grabbing ammo.
Got another swarm brewing. Break out the heavy shit, this is gonna get spicy.
Pardon me. I have completed my analysis. 2 weeks ago, the mainframe on Deck 41 was accessed, I believe by Dr. Honecker.
Marines, head to the core lift. Big freight elevator goes all the way up the main tower.
No, patching up. Patching up.
On your toes, fire team. Watch the vents. sending you through the refinery core. Join the Marines. See the grimiest parts of the galaxy.
I got you.
Grabbing ammo.
When we reach Honecker, we're gonna find a scientist or a puddle of chunky marinara. I got a pool running. I'd say test the echo, but, you know, bugs. Got some big internal leaks. Never a good sign in space. Nearly there. You still good, Marines? We don't find this guy alive, I'm gonna kill him. That's the lift. Entrance on the far side.
Let's rock.
Same deal as the generator. Expect little friends to pop out all over when this turns on. Elevator 17 decks up. It'll take a while to show.
8 kids here.
Grabbing
Set up a perimeter, then hit the call button.
station ready. Aid kit's here.
Sentry deployed.
Sentry deployed. Support station ready.
Here they come. This is a big damn signal. Enjoy the ride, Marines. Next stop, Honecker. Or his corpse, whatever. Honecker is somewhere up on Katanga's mainframe decks. Looks like he's been searching for a safe place to hide from all the Xenos aboard. Our mission hasn't changed. Find him, get him out alive.